Hello and welcome to Word Empowerment Seminar this beautiful Thursday evening. My name is Murphy Opala, your regular host and the lead pastor of the Cornerstone Church in Transikuru. Today at Word Empowerment Seminar, I'm starting a brand new series for those that love each other. You know what? I'm starting a relationship series. But I'm not just talking about relationships as a whole. I'm going to address something very critical in relationship, which is addressing conflict. In other words, I'm going to be sharing for the next few weeks on how to resolve conflicts for having sweeter relationships. How to resolve conflicts. Today I'm going to start with something very critical, which is forgiveness. But let me give this background. You know, conflicts are a regular part of life. Relationships without conflict are no relationships. But there is only a certain threshold that you can manage in a relationship before a conflict becomes toxic. But conflicts resolved are actually very, very vital to having a fruitful relationship. So the problem is not that conflicts come up in relationships. The problem is that people don't know how to resolve conflicts, because every conflict resolved makes the relationship stronger. So if you learn how to resolve conflicts in your relationship, you will always have a sweeter relationship. You will always have a sweeter marriage. And let me just put this caveat here. Marriage is the only relationship that the Bible recognizes, and any other thing that does not lead to marriage, actually the Bible doesn't recognize it. So your relationships should lead to marriage, and marriage is the ultimate relationship. Today, let's delve into one of the solid strategies that will help you resolve conflict. It is developing the capacity to forgive. Let me read something to you. In the book of Proverbs chapter 17 verse 9, I'll read from the NLT translation. It says, love prospers when a fault is forgiven, but dwelling on it separates close friends. Is that not powerful? Love prospers when a fault is forgiven, but dwelling on it separates close friends. Is that not powerful? Love prospers. What does it mean for love to prosper? And that is something that every single person in a relationship wants to experience, where they love their spouse even more every day. You know those things like when you wake up, I was watching a movie and a man just woke up, just newly wedded couple, and the man woke up and was just looking at his spouse, looking at his wife, and the wife woke up and saw her husband looking at her, and he said that, wow, just looking at you sleeping gives me so much joy. Just looking at you sleeping gives me so much joy. But you know what? When you stay in that marriage for a while, there's a tendency that you don't feel that joy again looking at her when she's waking up. Why? Because you've not resolved conflict effectively. But this strategy I'm sharing with you today will help you ensure that every day you will stare at the wife because you just love and she gives you so much joy. Why? Because love prospers when the fault is forgiven. So you need a capacity to forgive if you're going to enjoy a good relationship. And why is it? It is because nobody is perfect, and we all come from different paradigms, even though we love each other. Nobody is perfect, and we all come from different paradigms, even though we love each other. The first, that nobody is perfect, that means we can do things that will hurt ourselves even if we love each other. And that we come from different paradigms means that there are some things that might be right to me that might be wrong to you, and I may be wrong to you and I may be right to me. You get what I'm saying? Those things are the reasons why we get into conflict. But if you have the capacity to forgive, you will look past that. So I will encourage you, forgive. How do you forgive? There are a couple of mindsets that you have, and it's easy for you to forgive. The first mindset is that I have my own faults. In my years of counseling marriages, for instance, I've always seen that marriages break not because one person is perfect and the other person is not perfect. And the fault of the breaking is not from one person, it's always a combination. So I've learned this. You never are the right person in a conflict, because there is no right or wrong person when it comes to resolving a conflict in a relationship. So if you have that mindset, it will be easy for you to forgive. Because if your marriage is breaking down, it's not your spouse's fault. It might be part of his fault, but it's not his fault solely. You also have a fault. It's difficult to hear that, but Jesus said, before you take a speck out of your neighbor's eyes, remove the plank in your eyes. Because the plank is, let me put it this way, the speck is a shaving from a plank. So what Jesus was teaching there was a concept that will help your relationship and help you forgive. That if you observe something negative that tips you off in your spouse, know that that is just a part of the bigger portion that you are carrying. In other words, you are worse. You are worse than your spouse. I know that might be a shocker to you. That is a mindset that will help you forgive. So first of all, remove the plank in your eyes. I'm not saying that in a condemning way. What I'm saying to you is this: if you know that, man, I have my own weaknesses, it will be easy for you to forgive other people's weaknesses. The second thing you have to know mindset that will help you to forgive easily in your relationship is that as a Christian, God consistently forgives you, and He places a condition in His continuous forgiving you, and the condition is that you forgive others. So if you don't forgive effectively, then God will not forgive you effectively. So that mindset also puts you in a check that, one, we all have faults, and my faults might even be bigger than you. Two, God forgives me so I can forgive other people. And who else is more suited or more deserving of your forgiveness than the person that you love? Do you understand that? And see the benefit of forgiveness. Love prospers when the fault is forgiven. So God forgives you so He can forgive. And the third is this: because you love the person. I know that sometimes when conflicts come up, you forget that you love someone. You forget that you love your spouse. But trust me, the love that you felt for your spouse at the beginning can be rekindled because it's still there. So know that you love this person. Never forget that you love your spouse. Because when you know that you love the person, you will forgive the person. And it's so powerful that if a fault is forgiven in a relationship, it makes that relationship stronger. I'll say this here: marriages break because people don't forgive. There are things that people have experienced in marriage, and their marriages have grown stronger because they could forgive. And other people experience those same things, and the marriage broke forever. And in conflicts, it is so important that the two people involved, the husband and the wife, fight for the marriage, not for themselves. I'll talk about that next week. This is What Empowerment Seminar, and you can watch us every Thursday here on YouTube or on Facebook. Be sure to tune in, you'll be glad. And if ever you're in Enugu, I would love to host you at the Cornerstone Church. We hold 2 services every Sunday. The first service by 8 a.m. Second service by 9:30 a.m. You'll be glad you did. And you can always connect with us on our YouTube channel. So subscribe before you leave. God bless you. And may your best life be your daily experience.